Hello transport nerds and welcome back to Talking Planning for another transport review. Today's review is a throwback to December 2020 during the Christmas rail replacement season when I spotted this MAN 16220 at Logan Coaches for the very first time. Designline buses are very rare in Queensland, but as earlier examples are getting retired from Melbourne, they're starting to migrate further north. I caught a few of them in Melbourne back in 2019. I also remember catching a Designline MAN on the T-Bus terminal transfer back at Brisbane Airport before BAC decided it was time to be an early adopter of electric buses. So let's get back to today's bus, XQ63LF, which was one of the very last rail buses I caught before I moved to Newcastle. Inside, it's pure Transdev Melbourne, with the same seat fabric, handrails, and even the same stickers that were present with the former operator. Fortunately, being a rail bus, that minuscule bus stopping light wasn't necessary for today's service. The odd few graffiti spots and the mismatched seat fabric up at the back add a little bit of extra character to it. I still find it interesting that a bus this new is being retired from route service. After all, it was built in December 2006. Then again, whilst the exterior of many Designline products is quite space age, especially with these more egg-shaped variants, like this MAN 16240 from 2009, the interior, well, it feels a lot more dated thanks to large framed windows at the front, but tiny windows at the back, expanses of grey plastic, and a dark, almost claustrophobic feeling interior. I get the feeling that Logan Coaches gave this bus a really good once-over before putting it into service, as it seems in a fair bit better shape than I remember most of the Melbourne buses I caught being. I mean, it did get a fresh coat of Logan Coaches beige, which tidied up its look from the Melbourne days. Logan Coaches, though, isn't the only operator in SEQ that decided that these ex-Melbourne MANs were a good deal, as Glasshouse Country Coaches and Original Tours have bought one each. I also note that these custom CB30 bodied MANs from Melbourne have also made their way onto the free Stradbroke Flyer ferry shuttle from Cleveland Station to Toondah Harbour. These also used to operate with Transdev in Melbourne. If, like me, the idea of a full-length bus on a 16-tonne chassis with just 220 horsepower and a ZF box sounds a little anemic, well, you're probably right. And since we're running express to Lydnam, this poor little bus is going for a run on the motorway, so let's try and have a listen now. Well, this little bus is clearly more at home on Lonsdale Street than around Lytton, and the trip along the Port of Brisbane motorway has proven that. Fortunately, we started to slow down and wind our way around some slower speed streets, which was a lot kinder on our ears and on this little engine. And with that, it's time to turn across the crossing, and if you look to the left you'll see a line of waiting rail buses, and it's time for us to pull up across on the other side of the road. Fortunately, I also managed to get a nice view of this bus departing. And as I make my way across, the MAN gets ready to make its way back into town, and since the crossing lights are on, I better get a wriggle on. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again soon.